My journey with Parkinson's has been a long one. I was diagnosed in 1999.
I had noticed a slow movement when I walked in the mornings, and actually a shuffle that my feet scraped the ground, not in pain or it was just an annoyance for me.
Parkinson's in the beginning, I withdrew from people. That's one of the signs in the beginning. You kind of withdraw and don't want to be sociable.
I was diagnosed with Parkinson's 5 years ago. The symptoms I had at that time were I would drag my leg, I wouldn't swing my arm, my balance was horrible, and it took a while. I went from doctor to doctor and finally was diagnosed with it.
My mother has Parkinson's. She was diagnosed about 2 years ago. We noticed when we were going through the funeral, her husband passed away. We were going through the funeral and I noticed she couldn't get the key in the door.
Parkinson's disease is a neurologic disorder in which a chemical in the brain gets low, and that chemical is called dopamine. And what we see when that happens is that individuals develop symptoms such as tremors or shaking in their hands. The movements can become slow and stiff. It can affect the gait, where people start shuffling their feet when they walk.
The Parkinson Association of the Carolinas was formally recognized as a nonprofit in 2002 with a mission to serve as a resource for individuals and their families affected by Parkinson's disease in the Carolinas through education, community outreach, and direct support. The overarching goal of the Parkinson Association is to provide support for today until a cure is found. We want to help people remain independent and stay active in the community for as long as possible.
I went through the stages of what they call living grief, denial and anger and all those kind of things. From August through probably December of that year, I was just trying to avoid the subject altogether.
Parkinson's makes you sometimes feel apathetic and not have a lot of energy and feel sort of antisocial.
Really people who have actively taken charge of their lives, their Parkinson's, how it affects them, and connecting with the right resources. I mean, those are the folks that really, I think, do the best.
I have a son with cerebral palsy, so I know you need to know, and you need to be connected with other people going through it, because that way you're not the first one being experimented on and finding out.
We've tried to take advantage of some of these activities that are offered, and boy, what a difference that makes, and what a worthwhile thing that is.
I think it's this local grassroots organization that knows the Carolinas well. The whole idea is to think of every way possible to help people with Parkinson's or those that take care of Parkinson's, to provide educational symposiums for them, to connect them with a support group that's near where they live or work.
The Parkinson Association offers a wide range of services for both people with Parkinson's disease as well as their family, friends, and caregivers. We do this in a variety of ways, including an informational website, an educational newsletter, a resource information line answered by our program manager. We assist over 60 support group leaders in the Carolinas to help them deliver and manage support groups that are in line with the needs of those who attend.
With Parkinson's, there are times that you get depressed a little bit. It just happens. And so the support group does help that to be revived again in this to maintain a positive attitude.
I think the education that the support groups provide is incredibly valuable, and really I think they're just creating that network of people that they can look to who may have already gone through some of the same challenges that they're facing, and knowing that there's an answer to how to get through it.
When I got Parkinson's, I switched to doing like landscapes like this.
Many people with Parkinson's disease report that creative activities actually help them to feel a relief from the symptoms of the disease. Things like painting and singing and playing a musical instrument are great ways for individuals with the disease to be creative.
A lot of times when people start doing something they really like that, it's like you don't have it anymore. I mean, while I'm doing this, I don't even think about Parkinson's. It's like you're click into another something.
The most interesting period of life can be the creativity that comes as a result of trying to make things work the way they used to.
People who exercise tend to feel better, they tend to perform better. We've also seen that the people who do regular exercise, and whether it's yoga or Tai Chi or Pilates, things like that, they not only are they feeling better, but it keeps their muscles in the right sort of tone.
I sort of decided that I wasn't going to let my diagnosis run things. So I get out a lot. This morning I played 18 holes of golf, walked 9, rode the other 9 with my friend and shot an 85. And I'm able to keep up with my golf 2 days a week.
The Parkinson Association of the Carolinas truly believes exercise is a vital component to slowing the progression of the disease. Therefore, we try to do what we can to encourage more exercise. One of the ways we do this is through a yoga program that we have here in Charlotte. We have partnered with the Carolinas Healthcare Foundation and the local YMCA to deliver a yoga program that is specific to people with movement disorders. The program is offered weekly and it's free of charge to any individual who wants to come, and you do not have to be a member of the YMCA to participate.
I have found exercise to be very, very helpful in coping with Parkinson's. I think it helps you, the mind-spirit-body connection, I think it helps you a lot to really exercise.
I want to try and do everything that I was ever able to do. And yeah, there are problems, but you sort of got to get over it. And those are my 3 favorite words. Get over it. Because if you get focused on the bad parts of things, you don't see the fun part. And there's a whole lot of life left.
I don't think anybody, unless they have Parkinson's, can understand the value of an organization and people that really help them to get the benefits and those things that will help them live life in a better way.
It's important to remember that the Parkinson Association is here to provide support to everybody whose lives have been impacted by the disease. We're here to help both a person with the disease, but also their caregivers, their family members, their friends, their coworkers. You know, this disease impacts everybody, and so therefore we need to make sure we're here to provide support for the entire care team.
I don't know how many challenges you've been given, but when you're given a challenge, it's so nice to find a resource, otherwise you just feel left out and isolated. And it's such a joy when you find a resource that has everything connected.
I think the Parkinson Association of the Carolinas is not looking to exist forever. They want to support the people that have it now, the disease, and the people that take care of them. But the long-term goal and the hope for all of us is that we find a cure. Until that day gets here, they're going to work to the best of their ability to provide people with support, resources, and help them to be active in their community and maintain a high quality of life until that day comes.
In order to provide the programs and services we offer here in the Carolinas, we depend on support from the entire community. We seek grants from family foundations and corporations, but we greatly appreciate when individuals and organizations host fundraisers on our behalf. I think this personal connection that we all have allows us to better understand the challenges that people face every day, and I think it allows us to provide stronger services, and it really helps us understand the people that we're serving.
So many folks try to hide it, sort of push it away. And then eventually they come out and to participate. They come out looking for people like them. And we're there for them.